At-risk kids often need a helping hand and some extra support to break from that path of a troubled life. And Suncoast organization Amikids is helping children do just that. Their program is designed to help kids build a future for themselves, literally. And Garrett Russell is here to explain how the program works. All right, Garrett, tell us about Amikids.
You know, Amikids is a place where at-risk youth can come and, you know, experience a family structure and environment that they most likely didn't have back home. And they can come there, they go to school, they're in regular high school, and we also offer vocational opportunities where they can come and we can actually provide them the skills that they can take after they transition back into society and actually, you know, separate their troubled past from a bright future and make something of themselves in society.
And you know, we said literally you guys are helping them build things, and you guys are. They're building and learning carpentry skills. Tell us about that part.
Right. Well, we have, like I said, we have a vocational aspect of our program, and what that is at the Yes Camp, which is the program we're at, there's a carpentry program where they can come in and I actually instruct them and teach them, and we actually produce these pieces of furniture that they can actually learn the skills that they need with their hands as they go out in society. So I provide them a skill set, and that's vital. That's a lot of these kids, you know, they've never seen a saw before. They didn't have a dad to teach them the things that they need to know how to be a man, and that's something that I'm fortunate enough to be able to do with our the kids that we serve, and it's an amazing thing to watch them come to life and how quick they learn. And
well, you mentioned your dad, which I kind of think is kind of cool, but your dad used to do this before, teaching carpentry skills in the same program, and then you took it over. Right,
right. See, I grew up in construction. My dad was in construction. He actually started working with Amikids 6 years ago. And it came to a point in my life where I really wanted to do something a little bit more with more of a purpose.
Yeah,
and yeah, right. And my dad sowed the seed for this, and I wasn't too sure about it. I'm only 25, like we were just talking about, and working with kids, it's out of my comfort zone. But you know, I pursued it, and I've fallen in love with it, and so. I'm actually doing now what my dad was doing 6 years ago, and he's helping me along to grow and giving me ideas on how to work with the kids, and it's an amazing thing.
It's got to be great for them to create something. There was nothing, and now there's something beautiful.
Right, yeah, and like I was just talking to somebody before, I mean, these 2x6, they're just planks of wood, and we actually form them and turn them into, you know, something you could sit on, something you can rock in. And they light up with amazement to their ability. They didn't even know they had it. Yeah, we actually,
they didn't know they could work the tools or do that right.
And we kind of, you know, point them in a direction where, like, look, you can do something. You are of worth. Look how good you are, and their confidence just, you know, it just explodes.
Well, this is a great segue to talk about the furniture that they're building. So tell me what this is, and you know how. I know you said 2x4s, but how did they start the process?
Well, what I do is we go to Home Depot and we buy 2x6 planks, which is this part right here, and they're 2x6 inches by 10 feet. We mill them down, so we use all the tools. And this is a double Adirondack bench seat made out of whitewood spruce, and we blow torched it with a propane blowtorch.
Wow.
That's the finish, and then we polyurethaned it and sealed it so that it could be weather resistant outside. And throughout the whole process, the kids did this. You know, I lead them and guide them, and you know, I'm a big believer in that experience is the best teacher. So really, what I try to do is supervise and facilitate the experience, and just let the experience do the teaching, and that's exactly what happens here.
Have you seen it make a difference?
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's one student of mine who has been there for the longest time. He's been there for 15 months, which is he's been there for a while, and he came into the carpentry program about 6 months into his you know, stay at the program, and before that he was troubled. You know, all the staff would you know, report to me, oh, don't bring him over, don't bring him over. He's had a lot of behavior issues. Well, 3 months into the program, I've had staff, students, my executive director come to me and say, wow, we've seen a direct turnaround, and it seems like he's focused. He's got a purpose. He's driven. His confidence is high. You know, and it's affecting his behavior, and it's like that with all the kids that we serve. It has a therapeutic effect on. It's an outlet. It channels their energy in a positive way.
It gives them something to do. Well, because look, I mean, this is a phenomenal piece. Tell us about the rocking chair, and then tell us what will happen to these pieces once the kids have made them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is an Adirondack chair rocker. We actually, this piece is actually for my mom. It's going to end up to my mom. She ordered it to help support, and that's the thing. We don't sell anything, but people do donate to our program, and I'll agree with what they'd want. Oh, you know, I'll give you such and such amount for this, and I'm like, okay. And so this will end up in my mom's house, and the money that she donated to the program goes back into the program so that we can fund and function our program. It's a self-sustaining program.
You can buy more wood, you can help our kids.
So we can buy the tools, the equipment. I bought the boys tool pouches, and they love that. You know, they put on their tool pouches, they get it filled with tools, and it's the little things, you know, make them feel like they are somebody, because they are somebody. And you know, a lot of times in their family environments and society, will tell them that they're nothing. And you know, and we had that segment earlier. They get you know, caught up in the system, and they adopt the ideology that they are a criminal, so they act like it. And at AMI Kids, we treat them like somebody, that they're not just a number, that they do have meaning and they do have value.
Well, it's amazing, not just the furniture, but like just hearing you talk about it, you light up. So it's an amazing thing I'm sure you're doing for all these kids.
You're doing a great thing for them. Thank you.
Now, if you guys want to get more information about AMI Kids, just go to their website, amikids.org, and we'll be right back.